Good morning, everyone. Laura Johnson here from IAMS. Pleased to have you all with us today. Really excited about the presentation today. We've got the privilege of having the SILAC team with us here on the line. We're going to be hearing from Senior VP over at SILAC, Carrie Freeberg, Head of Product Development. We've also got Andre and Molly on the line here. We'll be answering questions, myself and them, as we see those coming through today, but really excited about what we have to present to you. For those of you who have been um, doing business with SILAC already, you'll know that this is a great addition to what they've already been offering, and some really neat features that they're adding to the Teton. So really excited to have you on here. For those of you that are contracted with SILAC, um, this recording or this webinar, if you're on for the full time today, will count toward your product training for this new addition to the Teton series. So um, know that I will get this information over to SILAC, and they'll know that you were on here, and we'll get that satisfied with the contracting team over at SILAC. So just a heads up on that. But first of all, just for those of you who don't know me, Laura Johnson, been with IAMS for 15 plus years. I don't know how many anymore. Stopped counting after 15. Work on the annuity sales team. So anytime you need help on that side of stuff, just feel free to give me a call. But I'm just going to go through a few slides here about IAMS, and then we'll get into the meat of the presentation with Carrie. So first thing I'm going to go through is some of our incentive stuff. For those of you who are brand new to IAMS, this first screen is about for you. This is our new producer bonus. So when you get appointed with IAMS, you have 6 months to qualify for this, so 180 days. As you can see, there's 5 tiers on the screen of great opportunities to earn marketing dollars, website build outs, paying for seminars. Really, with this is off those first pieces of business you place with IAMS, we want to say thank you. And with that, we want to provide some marketing assistance for you to help boost sales and help you grow your business. So really, we view this as a partnership when we're bringing on agents, and we want to partner with you, and that includes on your marketing stuff. So if you're curious where you stand, or if you did qualify for it, give your marketer at IAMS a call. They can let you know where you're at. Once you get out of that 6 month period, you move into a marketing reimbursement program. So for every 100,000 of indexed annuity premium you write, $100 into a marketing account for you. For every 100,000 of single premium life would be $200, and for every 10,000 of life target premium is equivalent to $200 as well. So you're just constantly earning money for your marketing with all the business you're writing over here on the indexed annuity side and the life side. One other program we have available is, if you've been in the business any length of time, referrals are important on your business. They are equally as important on our side of the business as well. So as you can see on the screen, when your referee gets appointed, that's $50. And then as you can see the breakdown there for all the business written, this is just a kickback we do to you saying thank you for the referral. This doesn't come out of your commission. This doesn't come out of your referrals commission. This comes out of IAMS's pocket just saying thank you. Great way for you to earn some additional money on those referrals without having to take on the responsibility of downline agents, potential chargebacks, things like that. So we think it's a really nice program, and I tell you, those are Charles' favorite checks to sign. Means that we're doing something right here at IAMS. So if you do have someone you want to refer, just reach out to your marketer, get them their information, and they'll be happy to reach out to them. I always like to talk about what part of our name, insurance agency marketing service. And service is our number one goal. That's what we want to be known for in the industry. I think we've done a really good job of establishing that. We plan to continue that for the life of the company. But I mean, that starts with picking up the phone every time you call. If you know you've called IAMS, you're talking to someone live every time. That's never going to go away. We don't have any voicemail, no sitting on pushing buttons trying to get to the right department. You're going to speak to someone every time you call. We also feel like it's very important to help you on the backside of your business, from case design to running your illustrations to getting you the forms, verifying your product training. Amber and her team do a great job on what we call submission to commission support. That means helping you through your Firelight app till making sure that you are compliant to write it. Then once we've got the business over to the home office, following up on that business every 3 to 5 business days, chasing down those transfers, if it's on the life side, we're ordering your parameds, chasing down medical records. I mean, we really want to help you from A to Z on your business so you can stay in the field doing what you do best. We also have paperless contracting available for you as well. So we are insurance based, so really easy to be able to add carriers with just a few clicks of a button. If you haven't been out to our website, you can see it there on the screen, www.imsinc.com. A lot of great things out there. Not going to go through the whole website, but I will tell you a couple key features. Number one, you have access to annuity rate watch on our website. I think that's one of the greatest features on our website is being able to go out there, run income comparisons, look up different, who has the top MIGA rates, be able to run reports from annuity rate watch, get that information when you need it. If it's on a weekend, be able to check out what the rates are and know that you've got that at your fingertips. Also on there, we've got iPipeline, so that includes the term quoting, which can take you straight into taking an EAP on the life side. Under EAP solutions on our website, we've not only got Firelight, which we'll touch on here in a minute, but we've got iGo EAP and Connect for Medicare. So regardless if you're doing life, annuity, or Medicare through IAMS, you can have a single sign on to our website and be able to access all those EAPs. There are some forms available out there as well, and just a lot of other great resources. I mean, under the support tab, the sales resource library is phenomenal. It's got client presentations. You got a client saying, what's an indexed annuity? Well, there's a 5-10 page white paper out there telling them what a cap is, what a participation rate is, just everything you would need to know about an indexed annuity. But yeah, a lot of great things out there, a lot more. If you'd like some time to have someone walk you through the website, give your marketer at IAMS a call. They can schedule a time with you to do so. I mentioned Firelight. I'm going to go to this screen real quick so you can see, as you can see here, we've got pretty much all the carriers available on Firelight, which is great. I mean, I hate remembering passwords. So having to only remember one, get onto the website, be able to submit it, and doing it through our website, it comes to our office so we can verify product training and do all that. But prior to getting it over to the home office, it just makes it a lot smoother process when we know what's going on, be able to help you with that business, get it in our system for follow-up as well. So one thing I will say with Firelight as well is we're seeing that if you submit a piece of business via Firelight versus a paper app, we're seeing that business get through on the carrier level probably 3 to 5 business days faster than a paper application. And a lot of the carriers have now built into their EAP process suitability checks. So sometimes we can get same day approvals in suitability or within 24, maybe 48 hours, we've got approval in a lot of suitabilities. So I encourage you, if you're not using Firelight, go out to our website under EAP solutions. First drop down says Firelight registration. Complete that so we can get you set up on the backside, and encourage you to use this. It makes it really easy as far as submitting applications. If you haven't worked with our creative team, would encourage you to consider it. I mean, we've got everyone in-house from designers to content writers to social media experts to drip email marketing experts. Really, whatever you're looking to do in the creative area, we can handle here in-house. So maybe you're brand new to the business and you need a logo design, business card, stationery. Maybe you're wanting to do a monthly newsletter. Maybe you need a website built. We can handle social media, all of that here internally at IAMS. So if you do have a project you want worked on, best way to handle that is go to your marketer here at IAMS, whether on the life or the annuity side, kind of talk through what you're looking to do, and then they'll get you connected with someone in the creative department who is best skilled to handle your request. For those of you who don't know, we do have a sister company, IAMS Wealth Management. We've been around I think 5 years now, maybe 6. But Charles Jr., Duncan, Zach, the whole team over there do a great job for our advisors. And I always tell agents, when you go into a household, I apologize if there's feedback from my headset. Go into a household and there's only $500,000 of monies to be used, well, we know that SILAC's only going to be able to take maybe 300,000 of that. So if you're not doing something else with that other 200,000, you're just allowing an opportunity for another advisor to slip in and manage that portion of the money, and potential of losing the client altogether. So we find it important to have a couple avenues available. You know, if you're looking to get your 65 number one, or our 65 registered, obviously getting registered with IAMS Wealth Management. Nice thing about that is they have the same service levels that we do here at IAMS. They're just down the street from us, and we work side by side with each other. A lot of our top advisors are our top insurance producers as well. The other avenue we do have is we do have a client direct portion as well. So maybe you're just toward the end of your career, not wanting to get your 65. Maybe you're brand new to the business. You're not sure if you want to go down that avenue. We do have a client direct portion where Zach Rigg with IAMS Wealth Management is happy to jump in and be a third party on with your client, handle the management side, you handle the annuity stuff. You know that that client is safe at IAMS, and no one's going to be taking that agent or that client from you. He'll handle all the management stuff. You'll handle that. You'll be on the calls with him and everything. You'll be the relationship manager there, but he'll be able to help service those clients. Nice thing about that is if you're studying for your exam and just looking to do it, once you pass your exam, all those clients can be transferred directly over to you. So really great opportunity there as well. So if you are interested in IAMS Wealth Management, I don't have a poll question for that. They didn't get updated. So if you are interested, just let me know following the meeting. I'll get you hooked up with Duncan or Zach over at the wealth management team. Life and annuity academies. These are a big thing here at IAMS. If you've been to one, you know that's a lot of information over a couple-day period, but it's very much worth your time. So what these are, this is a 2.5-day, all expense paid. So flights, meals, hotel, all covered. You just got to get yourself on a plane. And we fly you out either to here in Omaha or sometimes up to Des Moines. Our next one's going to be August 9th through the 11th here in our Omaha office. So we're bringing in about 30 agents to that. Again, it's geared to growing your business. So it's not annuities 101 or life insurance 101. It's going to be in-depth sales concept, techniques, ideas. How can we take your business to the next level? You're going to hear from some of our top producers. They're going to share their strategies. They're going to share exactly what they did to scale their business. So I think it's really worth it's worth the time to come out. We always have a good time as well. So if you are interested in joining us for one of the academies, just go ahead and answer yes to that poll question. That will get you out we'll get you out the registration link. You can also get to that through our website as well. So if you haven't attended one in the last 2 years and you'd like to come back in, we encourage you to do so. A lot of great information had at these. Alrighty. Last thing I'm going to talk about is trips, because I love trips. Who doesn't love trips? So our Seaside Sanctuary qualification is still going. Started in July 1st of last year, runs through the end of the year. Plenty of time still to qualify. Qualifications, 4.5 million trip credits. So index annuity, for example, is dollar for dollar. Life target premiums like 11.5 to 1. So all the business, regardless of Medicare, long-term care, term, anything you write here at IAMS is going to count one way or another toward that. We'll be going out, as you can see, to the Kiowa Island in South Carolina, golf, spa, sunshine. It's going to be a really great trip. So again, qualification goes through the end of the year, and then we'll be going on the trip in April of 2024. So with that, again, as I mentioned, we've got Carrie Freeberg, who is going to be sharing a bunch of the updates that they just launched, the elevation for the Teton. So with that, Carrie, I'm going to hand it on over to you.
Perfect. Let me go ahead and make sure I'm sharing the right thing. All right, there we go, Laura. Did we make the transition?
We did. We're good to go.
Perfect. Okay, well, thank you so much for having us today. We are super excited about this next product launch. As Laura mentioned, this is really an enhancement to the Teton line. And I guess how I'll start is just by saying that a lot of these new enhancements that we're adding are really based off feedback that we got from all of you. So the big thing I want you to know is we listen here at SILAC, and we've asked for feedback, we've worked with IAMS, we've worked with our partners to kind of see what can we do to take Teton to the next level. And a lot of that feedback came from you guys. We got to work, we figured out how we could do it, and here's the next project launch. So with that, let's go ahead and dig in. All right, so with that, let's start by looking back at what Teton accomplished over the last couple of years. We just crossed our 4-year anniversary of Teton, so we have some pretty tremendous statistics for this product line. First of all, you have over $5 billion of issued premium in this line. Then that's spread out over 43,000 policyholders. We've paid out over $200 million in death benefits. We've credited over $500 million of interest when you combine premium bonus and interest credits. That number is going up every single day because we've started to credit interest once again. Our indexes are starting to turn positive and our boost strategies are turning positive. The Teton line actually has one of the largest interest credits that we've ever paid out here at SILAC. In March of 2021, we had actual policyholders receive 43% interest credits. Those were on monthly average strategies that had 100% par rate or zero spread. And that was during, like I said, March of 2021 when we had that COVID recovery. So we've had tremendous interest credits. And ever since we started doing FIAs, we've been very transparent, talking about how we do level option budget pricing, and that means that you can expect fixed rates option budgets to remain level as long as that policyholder is with us. And we're very excited to announce that we've been able to do that for the last 4 years. And every single first year fixed rate and first year option budget has been maintained through each of those renewal years as well, which we've been very, very excited about. So again, we've been able to stay true to what we've said, and we're looking to continue that as we continue to go. So with that, over the last couple of years, we've asked, okay, how can we take Teton to the next level? Can we improve upon it? And then also, now we have Denali and Vega FIAs as well. So is there anything that we can do to help differentiate Teton from Denali and Vega? Absolutely. We got feedback. We're going to talk about some fantastic items that we're adding to the Teton line, as well as some innovations that we don't think have been in the industry before. And with adding these features, it'll really differentiate Teton from Denali to where Teton will be your FIA solution at SILAC when you have someone who wants a clean accumulation product paired with liquidity benefits during that withdrawal charge period, the 7, 10, or 14 years. So fleshing that out a little bit more, again, Teton, accumulation, liquidity during 7, 10, or 14 years, and that liquidity is taken to the next level with the elevation package that we'll talk about. If you have someone who's definitely focused on wanting the top accumulation product, that is still Denali. Okay, Denali, make no mistake, after the 7, 10, or 14 years is going to have the biggest account value that we have at SILAC, and then paired with that, you have that lifetime withdrawal benefit. And then if you have someone focused on accumulating retirement benefits, having some different structures of income available to them, enhanced death benefits, that's where Vega fits in. So with that, as Laura mentioned, this is going to count as your product training. So we're going to do a quick Teton refresher just to make sure that we cover all of the Teton bases, and then we'll dig into the unique elevation features. So remember, all SILAC FIAs have 7, 10, and 14-year terms. Our 7-year products can be written up to age 90, the 10-year products age 85, and the 14-year up to 80. We'll accept premiums as low as $10,000. We'll even take less than that if you ask for an exception. We also allow additional premiums for the first 12 months, and those can be as low as $2,000, and we'll take a maximum premium without home office approval up to $1 million. Any amounts in excess of that, we do accept on a regular basis. We just need to get home office approval to do so. For those additional premiums, when they come in, they all go in the fixed account for that first policy year. They get that fixed rate that we have at issue, and they also get any premium bonus if you pick any of the premium bonus versions of the product. After the first year, then you can reallocate them with the rest of the premiums into fixed index strategies, whatever you want to do. All of our FIAs have the same indexes and same crediting strategies associated with them. We're not going to dig into all these details, but we've got the straight up S&P. We have kind of the new era of the S&P that's built by the S&P 500 Duo Swift that also can have more consistent renewal rates as well. We have Ravenpack, Atlas with Barclays, and then NASDAQ Generations 5 as well. So Atlas is our international index. NASDAQ is focused on a little bit more of those tech companies, has unique stop loss feature with bonds, and then Ravenpack is focused on the top sectors of the US economy. All of them use the same strategies. The big thing here I'm just going to call out is all strategies at SILAC are 1-year strategies. We definitely believe in annual reset. We say, you know, if the index is down, take that 0 for the year and let's move on quickly. Okay, and we have no fees associated with any of our indexing as well. Here's our current rate sheet for Teton. I'm not going to get into all these details today. Just want you guys to see it because as we add elevation, I just want you to see very clearly that none of this changed. Okay, so I'm going to focus on the 10-year right now. We've got Teton 10, no bonus, big old 4.5 fixed rate. Remember, level budget means level fixed rate. Okay, annual point-to-point cap of 10%, Duo Swift at 80%, strong monthly cap, strong monthly average, and then 5% vol control is north of 200%. And we have our boost strategy. Boost is when indexes are starting to go from a down year to a positive year. Boost is really the first strategy that's going to start crediting interest, and we have very strong boosts. So how this works is if the index is down 2% and you have a 4.5% boost, we take the -2, add 4.5 to it, and we actually get to credit 2.5% in that situation. So very unique strategy to SILAC and definitely one that is performing very, very well in today's environment. Here's our current bonus products. On the 7-year, you get a 6% bonus up to 80, 3.5 through 81 to 90, 8% bonus on the 10-year, and a 10% bonus on the 14-year. And here's the rates that go with that. Full account value at death, we have spousal continuation in all of our products, and that premium bonus is 100% vested at death as well. And then here's the current liquidity on Teton and Teton bonus. RMDs are available right away. 5% frees are available starting in the 2nd year. If someone doesn't take out their 5% free, they can carry it forward to the next year, take out 10. If they don't take it then, carry it forward, take out 15. And they can keep going until they've accumulated up to 30%. And then we have fairly standard withdrawal charge waiver riders for home health care, nursing home, and terminal illness. And the owner, if the owner meets certain qualifications, then they can access their account value in those situations. Here's our withdrawal charges for the standard states. We have some states, as you know, Ohio, Pennsylvania, et cetera, that have lower withdrawal charges. And then here's the bonus ones that have the premium bonus recovery factored in as well. All right, that is Teton. Now let's look at what is changing with elevation. So we just went through this liquidity. Now we're going to layer on elevation. With elevation, RMDs are still available right away. The free withdrawal percentage increases from 5 to 10. So now it's 10% free withdrawals starting the 2nd year. Cumulative increases from 30 to 50. So now if someone doesn't take out their 10% free in year 2, they can carry it forward to year 3 and take out 20 and keep going all the way up to 50. And then we have a new benefit called a life event rider. We're going to dig into this a little bit more in a second. But what this is if someone has a few qualifying situations, then they can take out an additional 10% free withdrawal. And this can occur one time during the life of the policy. So something unexpected happens, they have an unexpected financial need, they can take out an additional 10% free. You get these 3 liquidity benefits for a cost of 50 basis points. Now, here you see a very important word, spread. That spread, that word is very important to us because this is not a fee, that reduces your account value every year, even in years where you don't have an interest credit. This is a spread. It comes out of your interest credit, so it will never take your account value backwards. At SILAC, we really have tried to stay away from fees. We're going to do that as long as we can. I can't promise we'll never have a fee, but we're going to try to not have one as long as we possibly can. So what we felt comfortable with here is saying, okay, this reduces your interest credit, but even still, if what we want is for someone to log in, check their account, and they only see their account value decline if they took out a withdrawal. That's what we're trying to preserve here at SILAC. So that's what happens with the spread, and we'll go through a few examples of how that works here in just a minute. Now we have a second option. You can do Elevation or Elevation Plus. With Elevation Plus, one of the plus features is you get an additional premium bonus. On the 7-year products, it's an additional 3 points. On the 10 and 14, it's additional 5 points. This can be added to Teton. Now you can take a product that has fantastic rates, no bonus, and now have a bonus. This can also be added to Teton Bonus, where you can take strong premium bonuses today and make them even better while preserving, having the same fixed rates, caps, etc. You still get your 10% free. You still get your 50%, you still get life event, but you also get one additional enhanced benefit, and that we're calling our caregiver benefit. Again, we'll dig into this a little bit more, but what we're saying is that it's not just if you, the owner, qualifies for home health, terminal illness, or nursing care, it's if you or your spouse qualifies. These 5 benefits to get those 5 benefits, there's an annual spread of 1 point. Again, it's a spread that will never exceed your interest credit for any given policy year. Also, these spreads only apply during the 7, 10, or 14-year withdrawal charge period. So let's see how this looks. Here's that cake butt accumulation Teton line. See, we have the same 4.5 fixed rate. We have the same 10% cap. All of those caps and par rates are unchanged. Now you can get a 5% premium bonus if you add Elevation Plus to it. You do have a spread that reduces the interest credit, but no changes to caps, par rates, etc. 7-year, you can have those same rates with 3%, and the 14-year, that same 5% bonus. All right, here's our big bonus line on the 7-year. When you add that additional 3 points, now you can get 9% on a 7-year. And look at this, ages 81 to 90, they can get a 6.5% premium bonus that's fully vested at death day 1. On the 10-year product, you can now get a 13% premium bonus, and on the 14-year product, 15%. Again, no changes to caps, participation rates, etc. You do have a 1% spread that reduces the interest credit for this option. All right, so what is life event? Like I said, it's a one-time additional 10% free withdrawal. There still is a 1-year waiting period for it, and this is what needs to happen for you to activate this. So there's an immediate financial need due to one of these 4 things: medical expenses, the purchase or repair of a primary residence, college tuition, employment changes. Even, it doesn't matter if those employment changes were voluntary or involuntary. And this extra withdrawal is available with Elevation and Elevation Plus. Where this kind of came is, as we're thinking about Teton and thinking about how to differentiate it from the other lines, we're just trying to think through, you know what's some additional liquidity that we could add to this that helps people in their time of need. You know, just thinking through, gosh, a lot of people go through financial planning, retirement planning, they have a plan. Hopefully it's a fairly flexible plan, but then something totally unexpected happens and things can change in a minute. So how can we make sure that even if, you know, their plans change and they use the SILAC product a little bit different than they intended, that they look back and say, my agent, this product helped me in my time of need. And that's where this kind of comes from. And also, this is kind of a cool story. So we were doing one of our agent meetings, and we were with a group and doing kind of a panel where a lot of times at our get-togethers, you know, right now you can qualify to come with us to Europe next year on a Danube River cruise. We'll do a panel where you can just ask us questions and to the different heads of the different departments, and one comment was, you know, it'd be kind of cool to have something like this. So this idea came from one of our agents that attended that meeting. We got to work on it, put it in a product. So again, we're a company that listens and we act, you know, we definitely act where we can. So that's where this came from. And then piggybacking off of that, how can we be there for people during an unexpected time of need? Here's Caregiver. So we think this is the first of its kind. Like I briefly mentioned before, it's those home healthcare, nursing home, terminal illness riders, and it's just a minor change, you guys. All it is just thinking through, okay, when someone needs to access one of these riders, it's because something unexpected happened. Someone got hurt, someone got sick, etc. And that family is going through a tough time, right? Something unexpected happens, they're figuring out their new reality. Well, if the owner of one of our annuities is the one going through that, then they get access to their account value, even if it's, you know, in year 2 or year 3. Well, that's great, but there's a lot of qualified money out there where there's only one owner. And so if their spouse is going through that tough time, the family is still going through a hard time. So what we said is, we said, you know what? We can provide these same benefits if the owner or their spouse qualifies. Again, just a slight change, but all of a sudden, it makes it where these benefits can be available to that many more families and help people in that unexpected time of need. Now, the caregiver benefit, the spousal piece of it, is only available with Elevation Plus. Now let's look at how that spread works. So Elevation and Elevation Plus both have a spread. This spread never exceeds the interest credit, and it only applies during the 7, 10, or 14-year withdrawal charge period. Here's some examples. So we have a year where we have an interest credit of 5%. This one's pretty simple. We take that 5%. If we had Elevation, we deduct 50 basis points from it. The interest credit for that year is 4.5%. For Elevation Plus, we have that 5% credit, but we have a 1% spread. We have a net credit of 4% in that year. Now here's a year where the crediting strategy only had a very small interest credit of 25 basis points. Well, remember, we have a spread. It never reduces. It never exceeds your interest credit. So we only take 25 basis points that year, whether we're talking about Elevation or Elevation Plus. And guess what? We do everything on an annual reset. So next year, we're not going to like recoup that 25. If we have a bigger credit, we're not going to recoup that 25 the following year. Every year stands on its own. We start everything over the next year, and we see what that interest credit is and move from there. If the underlying index is negative and we have a 0 credit for the year, there's no spread that comes out. And again, we don't ever do a catch up for that in years moving forward. Now, the fixed account, remember, credits interest on a daily basis. So how you can think of it is every time there's an interest credit, we're reducing from that the spread if there's a positive credit. So for the fixed account, we essentially calculate what's that daily interest credit for fixed, and then we also calculate the daily spread, and so we reduce that daily interest credit every single day for the effective spread that it needs to be reduced by. And the reason we're doing it this way is, again, if we have people looking at their account value on our portal, we didn't want them to see their account value going up each day by the fixed credit, and then at the end of the year it goes down, because that's when we're applying the spread. We want it to go up at a consistent basis. So we're applying the spread on a daily basis. All right, you guys, that is Elevation and Elevation Plus. Now let's see how they work in action. First of all, we definitely know there's been a lot of people allocating the fixed account. Every week it varies for us a little bit, but on any given week, we have about 25%, 40 to 45% of our account values allocating to the fixed account. Well, we just made the fixed account, that year 1 rate, even stronger. If you do Elevation Plus on Teton 10, you have your 5% bonus, you still have your 4.5 fixed account rate, we reduce it by the 1% spread, and your year 1 guaranteed rate of return is 8.67. And then next year you can reallocate. On the bonus product, today, currently, Just Teton bonus 10, you have if you put money in the fixed account with that 8% bonus, you've got a 1205 year one fixed rate. On Elevation Plus with that higher bonus, even after the spread, that goes up to over 16%. On the 14-year product, it gets even that much better with that 15% bonus. You now have year one, a guaranteed rate of return of 18.16%. So that's kind of some of that magic of that bonus that we have. Now let's look at some of the other features. So we're going to look at Rose. Rose is 58. She has $300,000 of premium. Her son is starting college in a couple of years, but she plans on leaving the rest of her funds in deferral. She decides to go with Teton bonus 10, Elevation Plus, so she's going to get that 13% bonus, additional liquidity benefits, and she'll have an annual spread of 1% just for 10 years. Let's see how things look. She decides to allocate in a diversified manner. She puts 40% in S&P, 15% in each one of the volatility control indexes that we offer. And she's able to let those funds sit for 2 years. So here we go. Right away, her 300 went to 339 with that bonus, and then she got her interest credits for 2 years. At the end of 2 years, her account value grew to 440. Now, she's going to pay for college. She's able to take out her 10% free withdrawals to cover college costs in years 3 through 6. Over that time, she took out about $160,000. Now, here's a big thing. We're just taking out 10% free here. If she needed more in 1 year, in year 3, she could have taken out a cumulative withdrawal of 20%. She also, college counts as one of those life event qualifying situations. She could have taken out an additional 10%. So if there's a year where college expenses were more, if her son went and studied abroad or something like that, she even had more liquidity than what she took here. Now, she chose not to take it because her intention is to leave as much in deferral as possible, but she had even more flexibility than what she actually used here. So she took out her $160,000, and at the end of the 6th year, her account value was still at about $350,000. Now, she's at this point, her plan is to let her money sit, but life happens, right? And something unexpected happened. And in the 8th year, she lives in Kansas and she has to deal with hailstorms and tornadoes and all of the things. So her roof gets damaged. Well, that's another qualifying life event. And she also has her free withdrawal here. So she decides to take out her 10% free. She gets out $41,000. And then in addition to that, she takes out her life event withdrawal of $41,000. Now, again, remember, she also had cumulative, she had other options, but this is how she chose to use it. So she took out an additional $82,000, and at the end of the year still had more than her premium of $328,000. Now she's able to let her money sit, and at the end of the 10-year period of time, she has $401,000 left. But remember, she still has access to that. So she could have taken out more 10% free. She could have taken out cumulative. She also, if her or her husband had gotten sick, she could have taken out her account value or a portion of it as with that caregiver benefit. Throughout this 10 policy years, she received over $240,000 in withdrawals and still had $100,000 more than her premium left in her account value, where her account value was over 400 grand. So that's just a little snapshot of how these benefits can be used, how they can be stacked upon each other. But again, remember, in this situation, we didn't even have Rose max out her liquidity, but you could see how you can develop some pretty interesting plans here while maintaining flexibility. That's the key here, is being able to address needs and plans and known things coming up, while then being able to say, but then if you're in a situation where something else comes up, there's more and more ways that this product can help you out. So that's kind of the theme of the Elevation series right there. So again, just to kind of wrap up the product, remember, Elevation is enhanced liquidity, 10% free withdrawals, 50% cumulative, life event, spread of 50 basis points. Elevation Plus is those same 3 benefits plus more, the caregiver benefit and that additional premium bonus of 3% on the 7 years or 5% on 10 and 14. Here's our state approvals. So today, everything's out there. Blue is everywhere where we have Teton with Elevation. and that's available in 38 states. White is where we have Teton available, but we're still working through approvals for Elevation. And then there's just a handful of states that we don't have Teton in at all. No changes between 7 and 10 year. And then the 14-year only change here is, as you guys know, not every state allows products longer than 10 years. So that's how that looks. This is launch week. So last week we did some teaser campaigns. You may have gotten some emails about that. We also trained IAMS and all of our marketing partners. This is the agent kickoff week. Sales materials, applications, paper applications, Firelight applications, those are all live and out there. Wednesday, June 28th will be the first day that we approve applications with Elevation and Elevation Plus. That's when commissions will get paid, policies will be mailed. And then Wednesday, July 5th is the first issue date. Now, one thing we're still working through is our illustrations. We're in the process of testing those, and illustrations will be available by Monday, June 26th. And we will definitely keep everyone posted on the progress there, but those are coming very, very, very shortly. So you guys are set up perfect. This is counting as your product training. So as Laura mentioned, she will send all of your information to our team for us to get that process. So you guys are good to go. If you have any additional partners in your offices that need to go through training, we are conducting additional trainings Monday through Thursday of each week. And these live webinars will count as that product training. And it doesn't matter for the webinars, whether you already have Teton product training done or not, these webinars will be all inclusive and will count for Teton as well as Elevation product training. In a couple of weeks, Reg Ed will be live. And for those agents that have already completed Teton product training, there'll be a short Elevation only product training that they'll go through. For brand new agents that may be in your office that haven't done anything with Teton, they will have a combo training that has Teton and Elevation with it. But again, for you guys that are on this call today, you are going to be set up good to go. You can start taking applications today if you'd like. All the marketing materials are out there. Our microsite is out there that gives you very easy access to all of the materials. And then one question we always get, and we've been getting this question a lot with this launch, is what about business that we have going right now? So if you have any applications in our house in SILAC that are pending, let us know that you want to add Elevation or Elevation Plus to them. We can hold those applications, we can hold those funds. We do need you to resolicit and get a new application that has Elevation on it and also a new signed certificate of disclosure that has all the Elevation materials on it as well. And then we'll go through the process. In addition, if you also have a policy, a recently issued policy that's still within its free look period, you can let us know that you would like to free look that policy and reapply. Again, we're going to need the new application that has Elevation Plus on it, and we're also going to need that new signed certificate of disclosure. Just an aside, we talked about the power of that bonus paired with the fixed rate. That's all fantastic, but you guys, I'm so excited. I'm an interest crediting nerd, and we are back to crediting interest. For the last couple of weeks, we've been crediting S&P annual point-to-point cap up to 7%. We actually had credits on S&P par rate as high as 755 last week. Monthly average par rate's been crediting up to almost 5%. Atlas Boost crediting as high as 5.62. Atlas par rate just turned positive last week. And then Raven Pack Boost, even though the Raven Pack index is still negative for the year, we just started crediting annual point-to-point boost up to 65 basis point on that index. Again, this is really the time for boost to shine when an index is starting to, have slight negatives to turning positive. That's when we can get credits even before that index has turned positive. Now, because of how the markets move, there's going to be weeks where you see crediting. There might be some weeks where you see some zeros, and that's just because of how the markets moved a year ago and how they're moving today. So I'm just kind of planning to see that credits may be a little bit sporadic until this fall if things kind of stay on the pattern that they're on, and that's when we see things being very, very consistent across the board. Monthly cap, we might have a few positive credits here and there for monthly caps that are in excess of 2%. Again, that one's a little bit more of a volatile strategy because it's looking at all of those monthly gains and monthly losses. Raven Pack, like I said, it still has a loss of 162. But for anyone in the boost strategy, those boosts have been big enough to offset that. NASDAQ is up 6%. year over year. We won't be crediting interest till September because that's when we launched that index, but it looks fantastic. And S&P Duo Swift is up almost 8%. So again, anxious for us to start doing those credits as well. Again, things will keep moving. Okay, so things may be a little bit sporadic, but this is just fantastic news. When you think about the stellar, I don't say that word very often, but those stellar fixed rates that are out there, and then when you think about indexed interest coming back, those are just really some fantastic options that you have for your client to choose from. So last couple of items, Laura, and then I'm done. It's just a reminder, I mentioned that Danube River cruise. So we really like to honor all of the work that you put into supporting your clients and take you on very memorable trips. We just got back from Tanzania. We saw all the things. I could have pet lions, etc. We got, it was wonderful. The next trip we're doing for qualifications right now is a Danube River cruise. So this will be all issued premium will count in 2023, and then July of 2024 is when we'll go on a cruise down the Danube River and go to various parts of Europe. We have the whole boat, so we get to kind of design our itinerary, and it just looks wonderful. So again, we're trying to make memories here at SILAC, and that's the next trip that we're doing. And then again, definitely reach out to IAMS if you guys haven't heard about our Inner Circle program. But with this, we have a bonus program based off issued premium in 2023. We have really great swag and gifts that we send everyone. We have an elevated service experience as well, which has been fantastic. Let's just say hold times of about 10 seconds, and that's actually just our welcome on the line. And then we also have opportunities with this program for you to come visit us at our home office, and we'll get to know you, take you up to Park City potentially if the Jazz are playing, take you to a Utah Jazz game, things of that nature. So that is what we've got. Lori, do you have any questions or anything else you want to run through?
No, the question that did come in was in regards to the product being available in Minnesota, but the next slide was the product availability. So it is available in Minnesota. There we go.
Yep, you're good to go. Yep.
So last thing I'm going to do, if anyone wants me to email out all the product information, just go ahead and answer yes to the poll question real quick. And then I will have my team email you out product highlight sheet, things of that nature. So if you are wanting that information, just go ahead and answer yes, and I will get that out to you later today. It'll be coming from one of my assistants, probably on the annuity team. And then, yeah, if you need anything else, just give me a call. But appreciate SILAC taking time out of your day. I will be sure to get this report from the webinar over to SILAC so they can credit your product training, and hope everyone has a fantastic Tuesday.